The Australian agriculture sector just hit a record $100 billion valuation, and it's bringing with it one of the biggest opportunities for Aussie farmers to make a lot of money. But most farmers will never see a cent of it. That money isn't going to be shared around. It's going to be captured by a small group of operators who are playing a completely different game. As a broker, I see exactly how they're doing it. It's not about luck. It's a specific three-step strategy they use to get acquisition ready. And in this episode, I'm going to break down the 3 steps so you can be in the group that profits and not the one that's left behind. Welcome to Dollars in the Dirt. I'm Brecken Curtis, and this is where we break down the finance side of farming so you can grow your operation, buy that next property, and build real wealth. Let's get into it. Let's start with the hard facts. Fact number 1. According to Rural Bank's latest report, the median price per hectare of Australian farmland has just seen its 9th consecutive year of growth, rising by over 10%. Think about that. While the housing market is up and down, your land has been on a one-way bet for nearly a decade. At the same time, the big players, super funds, overseas investment groups are pouring billions into the sector. And they're not doing it for fun. They're doing it because the returns are beating almost every other asset class. And from a broker's perspective, this is ammunition. When I walk into a bank, I'm just not talking to them about your farm. I'm armed with an industry-wide data that proves your land is a blue chip asset. It tells the bank that lending against your property is one of the safest bets that you can make. It immediately puts you in the position of power. It means we can ask for more and for a better term because we can prove the underlying asset is rock solid. Fact number 2, Meat and Livestock Australia is forecasting the global demand for protein will increase by another 14% by 2030. With most of the growth coming from Asia, they want clean, safe, quality beef, and Australia is their number 1 supplier. This isn't just a good season. It's locked in for 2-decade-long demand boom. For a bank's credit department, this is everything. It proves your future income is reliable. It de-risks the entire operation in their eyes. And when I can show them that your business is riding on a global wave, it gives them the confidence to lend more money for longer terms. It's a critical piece in the puzzle for securing the large-scale loans needed for expansion. It's the difference between getting a loan for a new ute and getting a loan for a new property. So now we know that you have rock-solid asset values, a guaranteed future income, and the banks are listening. But there's a third piece that makes them act, and that's proving you run a tight ship. The farmers who are using technology to become more efficient are seeing their cost per production plummet. They know their numbers down to the cent. They can tell you exactly how much it costs for them to produce 1 kilogram of beef and what their profit margin is on every animal they sell. When I can present a bank with financials that show a low cost of production, a clear profit margin, it's game over. It directly translates into higher borrowing capacity. It's not a story, it's mass. And banks only care about mass. They see the business that is not just profitable, but it's resilient. A business that can withstand a dry spell or a drop in prices because its foundations are solid. So you have rising land values, guaranteed demand, and the ability to become more profitable. This is the perfect storm for leveraging debt to build serious wealth. So now you know about the opportunity. You're probably thinking, Brecken, how do I take advantage of this offer? Well, lucky for you, I'm about to spill the beans on the exact 3-step strategy that we use at Season Finance. This is the same strategy I've used to secure hundreds of millions for farmers, and it starts by getting them acquisition ready. If you'd like me or my team to tailor the strategy for you, drop into the show notes and book a free call, and we can run through your current circumstances to see if we can help. Okay, back to the system that we use to get the bank's money on your side. First, we package your loan like a professional. Most farm financials are a complete mess of mixed business and personal spending. The first thing I do is help you clean it up. We create a clear structure that a bank can understand in 30 seconds. We present you not as a farmer asking for a handout, but as a CEO of a multi-million-dollar operation presenting a sound investment. Banks give millions of dollars to CEOs, not to messy operators. This single step can instantly change how much they're willing to lend you. Let me give you a real-world example. I had a client, let's call him John, a great farmer, profitable business, but his books were a complete disaster. Personal car loans, school fees, household expenses, all mixed into the farm account. And the bank saw him as high risk, a chaotic operation, and wouldn't lend him another cent. We spent a month cleaning it up. We separated the business from the personal, created a clear P&L for the farm, and went back to the bank. They just didn't approve his loan. They offered him an extra $500,000 because they could finally see the true profitability of the business. Secondly, we build your financial story. It's not enough to have good numbers. You have to present them in an exact way a bank's credit assessor needs to see them. They have a checklist, and our job is to give them a document that lets them tick every single box. Once we do have that powerful story, I just don't go back to your local bank. I take it to multiple lenders and make them compete for your business. And that's how we get the sharpest rate and the most flexible terms. It's about creating leverage. I recently had a client who was with the same bank for 30 years. They thought they were getting a good deal. I took their story to 3 other banks. Within a week, we had an offer that was 0.5% lower than their current rate. On a multi-million-dollar deal, that's tens of thousands of dollars a year, straight back into your pocket. That's the power of competition. And thirdly, and this is the killer move, we build your war chest before you need it. The farmers who win are the ones who are ready to strike when the opportunity appears. As your broker, my job is to get you a pre-approval sorted today. We figure out your maximum borrowing capacity and we get the facility approved and we have it sitting there ready to go. And that's what we call acquisition ready. It means when the property you've been waiting for finally comes up for sale, you're not the guy scrambling to get the tax returns in order. You're the one making the phone call, signing the contract that afternoon, and that is the power of having your finance locked and loaded. It means you can negotiate from a position of strength, you can move faster than anyone else, and you can seize opportunities that others can only dream of. So let me finish with this. That $100 billion valuation isn't just a headline. It's a signal that the game has changed. The money is there, the opportunity is real, but it will only be captured by those who are prepared. Getting prepared isn't something you do on your own. It's something you do with a professional who knows the system. My only question is, are you going to position yourself to take advantage of it? Thanks for tuning in to Dollars in the Dirt. If you've got value from today's episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss the insights you need to grow your business. And if you're ready to stop being just another number to the banks, visit Seasoned Finance via the link in the show notes. Remember to follow us on socials and catch you next time.